saccharide that mobilizes NK cell that takes these stem cells and takes them to where they're needed.
In v bistvu potem je pa druga ta polisaharid, pa v bistvu te izvorne celice, ko se jih proizvede, jih pelje in nese tja, kjer so potrebne.
So this is only initial, we need more studies to confirm this, but this could explain why we have these powerful results on diseases that are already characterized by destruction of tissues, neuronal tissues or other tissues.
In v bistvu to lahko v bistvu, zdaj v bistvu upravljajo še dodatne študije, vendar je to v bistvu lahko razlaga, zakaj v bistvu lahko tudi delujejo alge pri že v bistvu uničenih tkivih.
Okay. I think I'll stop and what time is it? There are questions?
Slišali ste zelo veliko stvari, ampak predpostavljam, da boste tudi imeli stvari, ki vas posebej zanimajo. Predlagam, da naredimo tako, da malo zberemo vprašanj, tako da jih pokupčkamo za različne tipe bolezni ali za različna stanja, ki vas zanimajo. Tako da prosim, vprašajte, kaj vas zanima, pa bomo potem vse skupaj gospodov.
Gospoda predavatelja predstavite, prosim.
Ja sem to pozabila? Sem ga predstavila na začetku? Povedala sem uvodu, dr. Stefano... Še enkrat. Dr. Stefano Scoglio je naturopat, drugače doktor znanosti, sodeluje kot člen, ker je zelo veliki poznavalec teh alg z različnimi timi po svetu, ker so, slišali ste, vrsta različnih zdravnikov, od veterinarjev do specialistov na različnih področjih, tako da je nakratko orisal, kaj vse počnejo. Tisti pa, ki bi želeli, to še enkrat ponavljam, malo bolj podrobno pogledati te študije, že tle v Ljubljani jih je kar nekaj, jaz sem imela zajeten kupček za prebrati, ampak dejansko, kako je stvar potekala, kaj so delali, bolj specifično je vse možno dobiti, ker v takem predavanju to ni možno. Se upravičujem. Stefano Scoglio. Dr. Stefano Scoglio. Ja. V Urbinu pa bi moralo biti, pa tudi v naših obvestilih, če so še kakšne stavljene. Vaše vprašanja? Ali delujejo po možganski kapi? To vprašam. Možganska kap, glivice. Mislite glivice splošno ali Candida? Candida. Okay. Aerozija života. Kako bomo preverili aerozija života? Tam zadnji. Malo bolj glasno. Aha. Po redu. To je povedal, da pri avtoimunih obolenjih dviguje imunost, ne povzročajo avtoimunske reakcije, zaradi tega so veliko boljša izbira kot pripomočki, ki dvigajo vse. Tako da, recimo, prav tle prednost, recimo, pred drugimi izvlečki, ki linearno dvignejo eno drugo.
Dvigajo na hormonsko ravnovesje, podobno kot soja z izvrtravodi, recimo.
Hormonsko v primerjavi soja, ok, naprej?
Mene vas zanima...
Ja, ko nataker probiram zdaj.
Ti že povedal o koži nekaj zanima, o rakskih problemih, meni zanima, da so konkretno za
Bistveno je razlikam med algejo med
To vam lahko ja hitro povem, da ste ga neutrali. Klorela je rastlina, nima B12, recimo, pa drugih zadev, ki sem tukaj naštel. Klamatska alga pa je predoblika rastlin in živali, zaradi tega ima maščobe, esencialne aminokisline, B12 in ostalo. Evo, spirulina, klorela, pa klamatske imate dve, lahko na hitro ti pogledaš, pa prevedeš še. Povede. Pri spirulini biti 14. How long
If I have to answer all these questions, you're going to have to put me a bed.
I will
Recimo, če to jemljemo preventivno, koliko je tisto, da pač je...
Astma aparat, se sprašvali.
astma,
Se lahko jemlje ob zdravilih, ki jih ima ob bolezni.
rak, ob zdravilih. Okay. Let me tell you in
Okay, let me say something about klamatske and chlorella, since you heard stories. Okay. Klamat is the only wild algae, the other two are grown in ponds.
Torej razlika med klamat algo in spirulinom drugimi. Torej klamat alga je edina divja, alga druge se gojijo.
From a nutritional point of view, I've said before, klamat algae have the complete spectrum of vitamins, the other two algae have a lower spectrum of vitamins.
Klamat alga ima vse vitamine, medtem ko spirulina in chlorella imata manj vitaminov.
In terms of minerals, spirulina and chlorella have the minerals that you put in the pond, 8-9 minerals.
Ja, torej spirulina in chlorella imata 8-9 mineralov samo.
Not the 50-60 minerals.
tiste, s katerimi
Alga pa ta klamat pa 50-60.
In terms of lipid profile, fats, klamat algae is the only source of omega-3. Spirulina contains omega-6, which already have more than enough, and chlorella has a small quantity of fats anyway.
Ja, in kar se tiče maščobnih kislin, spirulina ima samo omega-6, pa chlorella ima pa že tako malo.
Immune system, klamat mobilizes the NK cell, neither spirulina nor chlorella have shown to do that.
Kar se tiče imunskega sistema, samo klamat alge mobilizira delovanje vijalskih celic, spirulina in chlorella, kako se je pokazalo, tega ne počneta.
On macrophage stimulation,
Stimulacija makrofagov,
also spirulina and chlorella do some macrophage stimulation.
tudi spirulina in chlorella nekoliko stimulirata.
Due to polysaccharides typical of those algae.
Zaradi polisaharidov, ki so tipični za te alge.
But the polysaccharide of spirulina is about 1/4 of the activity of that of klamat.
Vendar je samo v spirulini v bistvu samo četrtina tega polisaharida aktivnosti kot tista.
And the one from chlorella is half the one of klamat.
In od chlorella v bistvu je polovična aktivnost v primerjavi z klamat algo.
I didn't say this because it was too complicated, but half also stimulate the mobilization of T cells and B cells, of lymphocytes.
Tudi svojo pač mobilizacijo limfocitov.
And neither spirulina nor chlorella do that.
Spirulina in chlorella ne spodbujata limfocitov.
Smo dobili dovolj, mislim, da druga vprašanja so dosti pomembnejša. We have few questions regarding Candida, how it works in the stomach, also, kako je rečeno?
Yeah.
Erozija želodca. Erosion of the stomach.
Erosion of the stomach.
Kako se... lahko poveste, jaz reka, erozija želodca, kaj je to?
Erozije, to so take male rance.
She has a small wound on the stomach.
Right.
Okay. Generally on the stomach.
Does she have what is the name of that bacteria? Helicobacter?
Yeah.
No Helicobacter?
No.
Okay. Problem, let me see, we didn't do a presentation on probiotics and enzymes. There is a big problem which is related to all intestinal problems, but also other systemic problems.
V bistvu nismo govorili o probiotikih in enzimih, vendar v bistvu glede se, da imamo mnogo črevesnih težav in drugih težav, če recimo s prebavo.
Now this problem in English is called leaky gut syndrome.
V angliščini se temu sindromu reče problem puščajočega črevesa.
That means holes in the intestine.
Luknje v črevesu.
Okay? How these are holes produced? They're produced by undigested material, undigested food.
Te luknje pač nastajajo zaradi hrane, ki se ne prebavlja.
And by bad bacteria.
In to so slabe bakterije.
So it's very important to digest properly and to have a proper bacterial flora.
Se je zelo pomembno, da dobro prebavljamo, da imamo dobre bakterijsko floro.
Because if you don't have that, for instance, somebody asked about Candida. Candida really grows only in an environment that is inhabited by bad bacteria.
Ker recimo Candida se lahko razrašča samo v okolju, v katerem živijo slabe bakterije.
That is already intoxicated by some of the substances produced by these bacteria.
Ki pač je že zastrupljeno zaradi drugih snovi, ki jih proizvajajo te bakterije.
So if you want to prevent Candida, you have to keep your bacterial flora in order.
Torej, če hočete preprečiti Candido, morate poskrbeti, da imate dobro bakterijsko floro.
Also, if you want to prevent the migration of Candida and other bad organisms from the guts to other areas,
Če hočete preprečiti, da bi Candida se preselila iz črevesa še v druge področje vašega telesa,
you have to keep your intestinal membrane healthy.
mora črevesna membrana ostati zdrava,
No holes.
brez ljukenj.
Okay? So, in order to do that, you have to work also with digestive enzymes. I believe we don't have time to get too much into this. And probiotic that actually work, that get rid of bad bacteria and restore the intestinal membrane.
In v bistvu morate imeti prebavne encime, seveda pravi te probiotike, ki dejansko ponovno vzpostavijo zdravo membrano in tudi floro.
I've been working with this strain, specific strain, DDS1 acidophilus, for the same amount of time, 14 years, and I've always seen that it's actually capable of doing that, restoring the flora and repairing the membrane.
In sam že 14 let dela s posebnim sevom, ki se imenuje DDS1 in pravi acidophilus in pravi, da ta sev doseže oboje, recimo, da doseže, da se ponovno vzpostavi zdrava flora in da se popravi črevesna membrana.
So on Candida, I've always seen very good results by using a product like Nutriflor, Nutrimax, and a product containing another element that is not included in there, digestive enzymes and high concentration protease. But I've seen results very fast, situations that were not resolved in years by other therapies, that were resolved in a few weeks.
In sam je opazil, da recimo z jemanjem izdelkov kot recimo Nutriflor, Nutrimax, glavnimi encimi se je stanje popravilo zelo hitro, prej pa se je leta ni rešilo.
Regarding the erosion of the stomach, I think again that the use of acidophilus and enzymes could help.
Tudi pri eroziji želodca bi lahko pomagali, torej prebavni encimi in acidophilus.
So,
May I give you another question? We have a question, differences between different producers of alpha algae. They said that she find on internet different producers.
Right.
Is it all the same or?
no, I don't think so.
Povem samo na glas, da drugi slišijo. Gospa je vprašala na internetu, da klamatske alge tudi različni proizvajalci proizvajajo. Kakšne so njegove izkušnje, gre za enake izdelke, ali se to med sabo razlikuje?
I know every single person on the lake.
Pozna čisto vsakega človeka ob jezeru Klamat.
I go there every year since 14 years ago.
In že 14 let hodim tja vsako leto.
There are 3 companies harvesting.
Tam v bistvu so tri podjetja.
One is pretty bad in terms of even hygiene, as far as I'm
Eden je
concerned.
v bistvu zelo slab, kar se tiče higiene.
Of the other 2, which are, one is particularly good.
Ena od teh podjetij je zelo dober.
But then there's 2 more, and this.
We have a question how it works in combination with other prescriptions, particularly in cancer, asthma, and we have
Hormones.
and hormones. Yes.
Okay, cancer. Personally, I wrote a book which is currently available only in Italian on cancer, and we use a protocol which is composed of 4 different ingredients and 3 different products. One is the algae and the extract, because phycocyanins, I didn't show this, but they actually very powerfully inhibit tumor cell replication.
Ja, sam je napisal knjigo o raku in pravi, da v bistvu oni uporabljajo 4 različne sestavine in 3 različne proizvode.
Of course, also the activation of NK cell is very important in cancer.
Ja, pikocenin zelo pomemben pri preprečevanju raka.
The activation of natural killer
Tudi za
cells
aktivacijo naravnih ubijalskih
is
celic.
also very important in cancer. Besides that, DDS1 acidophilus, the one that is contained in Nutritherapy and florazine, one of this has 3 studies that show that actually inhibits tumor cell replication up to 41% in vivo, in animals.
Ja, recimo so pravili 3 študije za DDS1 acidophilus, ki je recimo tudi v nutrifloru in floracinu, in so pravili 3 študije, da bi so dobili, da se v živalih se zmanjša rak za 40%.
And finally, I find that another ingredient very important is, we didn't have time to talk about this, but is this high concentration protease, is a protease, an enzyme that comes from a mushroom, very powerful as an anti-inflammatory, but also very powerful against cancer because it breaks the shield, the proteic shield of tumor cells.
Ja, v bistvu ta pomemben ta sestavina tudi še ta enzim proteaza, ki v bistvu deluje protivnetno in tudi proti raku, ker v bistvu razbije torej membrano teh tumornih celic.
Not only that, but has been proven in German studies to block metastasis.
In tudi nemške študije kaže, da tudi blokira metastazo.
Okay, so probably, maybe sometimes in the future, all these will be available here. If somebody wants to use this protocol, there's another product which is a tea that comes from the Native American tradition, which is called SIAC. It's a protocol that we advise and follow. If anyone wants, can be in touch with us through our research center, through VIDA, and we can let you have the products that you may not find here and also follow you in terms of use of these products. We do that already in Italy.
In se da pravi, da sicer teh izdelkov vseh ni tukaj v Sloveniji za rak, vendar če želite in potrebujete, lahko se obrnete nam na video in kogarkoli, potem boste dobili tudi te izdelke.
Regarding hormones, as I said, the algae and the phycoplast has been already studied in problems like menopause, but we don't have specific studies. I only know this. I have one Italian doctor who has been using soy isoflavones in the past with not much effect. He wasn't very happy. He was giving it just an alternative to estrogens when estrogens were under ban in many countries in the States because carcinogenic. And now he uses a product that puts together the algae and the isoflavones, and he absolutely swears by it. He says it's the first time that actually isoflavones work in all sorts of female hormonal problems.
In kar se tiče hormonskih težav, pravi, da sicer imajo študije o menopavzi, vendar glede hormonskega neravnovesja na splošno nimajo študij. Lahko pa pove primer enega zdravnika, ki je predpisoval izoflavone, vendar je bilo malo učinka, pa te izoflavone predpisal zato, ker je v mnogih državah ZDA prepovedana uporaba estrogena, ker se ugotovilo, da je kancerogen, vendar sedaj ta zdravnik uporablja kombinacijo alge in izoflavonov in pravi, da v bistvu to prvič, da nekaj deluje tudi pri uravnavanju hormonskih neravnovesij.
What was the other one?
Pri astmi.
Asthma. Yeah. Asthma, I can spend the next 2 hours telling you stories of people with asthma and allergies that have completely solved the problem.
Lahko še nadaljne 2 uri govori o zgodbi o ljudeh, ki so v bistvu imeli astmo in alergije in so popolnoma rešili težavo, ko so imeli alge.
By using algae and algal extract and a product like florazine for probiotics and enzymes.
Recimo pravili alge, recimo izdelček alge, recimo probiotike in prebalne enzime, florazin.
So it works really, really well. I can pretty much guarantee you, I mean, every case I've seen, there's a radical solution or such an improvement that, I have a friend who was asthmatic since he was a child, and through nutrition, by changing diet, he managed to reduce 3 months, 4 months of suffering to 15 days, in which though he was completely blocked in bed. Okay? After taking the algae, 15 days, the first year became 1 day. From the following year, he only had a little bit of, prurito, I don't know, like in his nose, like for half an hour in the spring or something like that. That's all he had.